Sorry.
Hapo tu bora tu. Haya, tumpeni tu please, eh? Sewa ingepita.
Piga picha.
Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing fine. This is Elijah Gishoro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Like I said, this is the greatest YouTuber in the Republic of Kenya, and the A in my name stands for exactly what you need. Now, the driver that was in the company of Pauline Njoroge has fainted in court. This came after he was shocked about being in police custody, yet he was very, very innocent. He had not done anything, and he was just caught in the crossroads because he was in the company of Pauline Njoroge, and that's how he ended up being arrested. So the driver was presented before Malindi court. So today is when Pauline Njoroge and the three co-accused, that is the driver and one other lady, were presented before a Malindi court, and the court released them without bail or bond. They were released, and yeah, that's how they secured their freedom. The person who was in charge of the release, or the lawyer in charge, was Ndegwa Njiru, who argued the case very, very well and managed to convince the judge, and that is how they have secured their freedom. So yeah, the driver fainted, and it was a very dramatic scene at the Malindi courts this afternoon, and this is because of shock. You know, guys, when you are shocked about something that you never expected, something you've never gone through before, you can easily pass out and faint, because you get weak and things like that, and you are overwhelmed about the activities and the events that are taking place there, especially when you're innocent. Remember, sometimes you can be caught in situations, for example, during the demonstration, you're caught in the demonstration, but you are not actually a demonstrator. you did not participate in the demonstrations, but you're caught in the streets. Maybe you are just walking in the company of some other demonstrators who are demonstrating, and you're roughed up and bundled up by police. As such a case, you can easily lose conscience, you can easily faint, you can easily become very weak and fragile and things like that. So that is what happened to this guy, and that is why he fainted. The other thing is that we are waiting to see if Pauline will come back to blogging now that he has been set free. Let us wait and see. Will he continue attacking the government? I don't think so. But yes, maybe he can, because we have seen Babu Owino. Guys, check my video about Babu Owino. The message he sent to President William Ruto after he was released earlier today, yesterday, or the day before yesterday. He made a very, very, very vibrant video saying that arresting people of the opposition will only strengthen their resolve to continue agitating, to continue fighting for the rights of the poor, and that they will not relent in their fight for injustices and bring down the cost of living. So maybe even Pauline is going to release statements and tweets, and we can't wait to see what she'll have to say. Again, the other thing we're waiting to see is the demonstrations on Wednesday. The opposition promised to continue with the demonstrations on Wednesday as a move to champion for the lowering of the cost of living. So those are the events that we are expecting this week. But my point will be it's also very, very important that we don't endanger the lives of people around us. For example, the driver was a very innocent person. He was somebody who is not a politician, just like Maurice Ogeta. You can also check my video about Maurice Ogeta there. These are people who are not politicians. These are people who have no political interest. They just work for the politicians. And therefore, it becomes very hard. It becomes very difficult for their families, for them, when they are caught in the crossroads of politics, when they are caught in the middle of things that they don't have any understanding about, things that they even don't know where to start or where to stop, because it's hard for them, it's difficult for them. And so my plea will be that the quest for politics, it's also good, and power, it's also good to ensure that we don't endanger the lives of people who are not politicians. For example, Mama Ngina and the Sons as well. These people are not politicians, but their affiliation to President Uhuru Kenyatta is a cause for suffering for their lives. They are suffering because of their affiliation to the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So it's also very important to know that when you're working for political people in the limelight, sometimes their decisions, their political decisions, may affect you and may haunt you in manners that you did not expect, because these people, their life is dependent on the politics. Their lives are dependent on politicking, and therefore the more they politic, the more their life is vibrant, the more they make money, the more famous they become, the more powerful they become, and therefore they might endanger your life as well. You must be able to know where to draw the line, and things like that. But sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes it's inevitable, because if you're employed, for instance, a driver to Pauline, you're just doing your work, and also a message to police. Sometimes it's also good to be fair and just. Why would you arrest a driver? And I mean, what does the driver have to do with narcotics and things like that, and politics and things like that? These are innocent Kenyans. These are people who have not done anything. Yeah, guys, I want to say that we wish him quick recovery. We hope he recovers from the trauma, and he also gets to undergo counseling so that he's able to not let that trauma live with him. Sometimes, guys, when you go through something like a police arrest and you end up in trauma, every time you see police officers, you become traumatized, and you just don't want to see them. You just want to run away and hide. You just want to stay away from police officers. If you get traumatized because of a road accident, for example, anytime you see a vehicle uh, swerving or waving, moving in a manner likely to suggest that it is losing balance, you get a lot of trauma, and that trauma can haunt you for a very, very long time. So it's important this guy goes through some kind of counseling. I know that the fainting was because of trauma, not because of a medical reason. So it is possible for it to be worked on by a psychologist or a therapist, somebody who has experience in dealing with such traumas. And for Pauline Njoroge, choose your battles, and yeah, let us see how you are planning to entertain us on Twitter. But don't do it at the expense of your peace. Don't do it at the expense of your safety and security. We are waiting to see how um, we're waiting to see how you respond to the whole ordeal. Narrate to us what happened. Give us the tea, give us the juice. Tell us what transpired so that we can be able to know, and we can be able to find out what really transpired and what are your strategies, and are you participating in demos and things like that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This has been your guy Lejagishoro. See you in the next one. Adios. And remember to subscribe. Most of you are watching without subscribing. Subscribe, it's free. Just press that subscribe button, and you also press the bell. You put that icon, all notifications, so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. In the meantime, like, so that this video is recommended to other people. Comment down below, and share this video with friends and family so that you get notified anytime, so that we can spread, we can grow, and create a very, very big community that can talk about anything and everything. In the meantime, adios, bye bye.